Good morning. Oh, well, it's fairly early. Kiddo woke us up. Said, hey, the bus isn't coming to get me. Well, duh. We're still under flash flood warnings until 9 o'clock. Like we've had rain. I mean, it's not currently raining right now, but we've had rain nonstop since Saturday. And with some of these storms, we definitely took damage, to like my tent. Right, that's all that's left of it is that little piece of frame that I was able to salvage. That I'm gonna turn into something else. But oh man, and it's causing havoc. Hasn't washed everything away, but it's not pristine like it was. Um, let's go take a walk around. Hopefully I don't even know if they're even able to get to town, but I know one of the creeks down our road always floods. And it's one of the reasons why the bus won't come, because if it's overflowing, they won't drive through it. Now, wow, you can go around the other way, because we have more than one way of getting out, and you are able to go out the other way normally, right? It normally doesn't flood. I know our creek's gonna be flowing like crazy. I'm surprised I don't see it from where I'm at. Um, but this is doing good because I had the dozer guy come over here and cut in more of an area for that water to help prevent, because I mean we still have like here, because I still think there's some water that comes through that culvert a little bit, even though it's behind the rocks, or even just stuff steeping out of the ground, because I see water still going that direction. We're trying to prevent as much as possible. So I think it's going to come down to it that because the culvert on the other side of that metal culvert, I just cut. Right, I just cut it, and it's still open. So for the most part, right. Um, so water's still going to go through there, even though it's collapsed and stuff. So at some point, it's the only way to be rid of the water going through there is to dig it up. But I'm not going to do that by hand. I will wait until I have the proper equipment, which I was actually doing a little bit of searching last night. Some window wishing, as I like to say. It's where you walk by the stores and the window shopping or whatever, but I always call it window wishing. That you would like to have something, and so no, I just went and looked up, because I've been looking at several different brands, right, of tractors in our area, just to look and see, what would be, because I already know that we're gonna have to finance, and that it had to be a monthly cost type thing. So I'm just trying to look, even see like what packages, because there's going to be places that have packages. There's places that will offer veteran discounts, other places that won't, right? So trying to also look and see what's locally available, for service or anything like that. Ones that are better rated, right? I don't. If I'm gonna spend the money, I'm gonna spend the money, and I'm not gonna get something that's gonna just break down constantly. And with the amount of other tractors that I've seen, especially even within the community, um, I'm not getting a red tractor. I'll tell you that. Let's get you turned around over here. Look at this. That is super high. I mean, we've seen it higher than that, but man, that is way up there. It's already up to the rocks for the waterfall. Man, I bet you that would look pretty cool if I turn that on later. Which I'd have to bring out the little portable power unit. Which, I mean, we just got a little tiny thing. It's nothing special. So I can tell that the water was a lot higher, because I don't know when it stops raining. But the water definitely was up and over the bridge, because it has debris on the bridge. And then trying to see, because normally you can look at the leaves, right? You're like, you see where the water had been. But yeah. And I know that's one of so we still want to build a bridge for driving. And in knowing how high the water can get here, plus I know that there's other things that we need to clear out of the creek, right? And once we get stuff cleared out of the creek, it won't, like, because there's a lot of debris down that direction that's still on our property that we can clear, right? And it would definitely help, because obviously if you have debris, it's like a dam, right? The dam is going to stop the water. It's going to allow the water to rise, and it's just going to flood, right? So you clear a lot of that debris out. And I can even see, because I mean, there was other logs that was sitting even just right here that is now gone. So, well, one of them sitting right here. So it got pushed up that far. Obviously we have, down trees like this that we need to clean up. But yeah, if we can go through and clean up some of that debris, I mean, yes, I already know that it is going to, flood the creek some whenever we have severe rain, like, 4 days in a row like this. You can't do anything about that. But still, I mean, the highest point, I mean, coming up, I mean, it only went to there, you know. You can see where it flowed through. This would be pretty close to the, I mean, because we had last year was a severe enough rain that it actually set records for the 100 year, like floods, right? And that's what FEMA and some of the other, places like that, that's what they base, right? FEMA's the biggest one, that they base flood zones, right? So if you're prone to flooding, they take that average, of flooding over that like 100 years, right? And they'll go through, well, out of that last 100 years, last year was one of the worst floodings we've had in our area. And this right now is still less than that. So even after 4 days of rain. And I know that I'm gonna have to fix a culvert, which I already knew because after installing that, because I was able to use Steve's tractor when I had that over here, when Wiley brought that over here, which Steve knew about, and I was able to get that installed using the backhoe. Not very well, but still I got it installed. I just didn't really have a whole lot of material because it actually needs to be a little deeper than what I had it. And the first rain that came through just completely like washed out the front of it. And now it's basically doing the same thing. So, yeah. And that's another reason why I know I don't want a red tractor. Because I've already operated one and I'm not a fan. So, I'll give you a clue that orange is my favorite color. And that's probably what I'm going with. All the leaves. Look. Mom and Dad's cabin site. So 4 days of rain. 4 days of rain. Flash floods in our area. The highest the water got was that. So 2 foot up the bank for where their house site is. So culverts didn't get washed out. That's good. Kind of afraid of that. Plus I'm walking around in shorts and Crocs. I know. I'm crazy like that. But this is one of the areas up here that I was talking about. Was it has this like little catch basin, right? And I've brought y'all up here before, so whenever this does overflow, or the field over there overflows, it'll come down here into this little catch basin, and then it comes right down here, and then this little area, basically matches up with the creek, and then so it's doing exactly what it's meant to do, and it keeps the water away from the cabin. So I think they'll be perfectly okay up here. Not worried. But anyway, from what I've seen, we haven't really taken any damage. Hopefully, no one else out there has taken any heavy damage from flooding or anything like that. Definitely get out, walk your property anytime that you have major weather events, and just see, especially if you are planning phase of building anything, right? Always get out in your property, walk it during major weather events, just see what happens, and put that into consideration whenever you're building. And yeah, that's it. I'm ready for some coffee. I haven't had any coffee yet. Ooh. Jump over. Jump over. Broken culvert. So we definitely thank y'all for following in. Be patient with us. I did get my computer back up and running. So you probably noticed I had a video that came out early this morning, and I got another one in queue ready to upload. So just keep fingers crossed that my computer doesn't die again. Yeah, it's getting about that time. I need to get another one, but that's gonna have to wait until taxes. So, all right, y'all, be good out there. Remember to always thank a veteran every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day, which is coming up on the 11th, Monday. So, yeah, be good to each other. See you on the next one.